Well, that's a number of languages. Hey guys, today we're trying Gibbous, a Cthulhu adventure as requested by Patreon subscriber Lovecraft-inspired. There you are.
Brothers and sisters, settle, settle. I come to you this day with great news. My starry disciples, our search is nearly complete. For decades we've toiled and scoured and fished about this wretched continent for that ever-elusive tome, the grimoire eternus, the book to end all books, the storied and long-fabled...
The Necronomicon!
Yes, Sister Halo, that's the one. Next time, maybe you let the actual cult leader speak its eternally horrible name, yeah? Thank you. The Necronomicon! Yes! No doubt some among you have questioned its very existence. Our search has been wide and our labor great, with as yet no return. Well, brothers and sisters, it may be that we have come upon its actual location. Brother Bright. Gregory, we talked about this, man. This night, brothers and sisters, our men
And women.
and women are on their way to retrieve that tome as we speak. Is this not what we've been looking for since our establishment is a legitimate death cult?
Yes!
Is it not in our official membership charter?
Yes!
Is it not we who should be the first and only to lay our hands upon it?
Yes!
Shall we let the abominable butcher or other lesser cults get their stinking paws on our glorious bounty now that it is so closely within our reach?
Yes!
No! And with the Necronomicon finally in our hands, nothing will stop the Haunter from regaining his true form. No end to the work!
So where is it?
We have found him, brothers and sisters. The man who will lead us to it. We have found him, and we watch. We watch.
It's kind of amusing seeing the how modern the whole thing is. Like they had that reverse shot for a second there where you could see that he was reading his speech off of like a Kindle or something. Gregory just wants to play his games. Do we think it's a book or like a tablet? What do you think it's going to be? Let's see. Are there subtitles? They look like they're already on. Yeah. Well then, I guess we'll just get started then. There's a dude, there's a cat, there's a Cthulhu.
Read all about it, sir. Hurricane Herbert, storm of the century.
A storm. That's the least of my worries. Change. Everything's changing. Always changing. What's a Joe supposed to do? You take a new case and it's all you can do to be prepared for whatever it throws your way. The only thing you can know is whatever it's tossed at you won't make any kind of sense but up against the last thing. It's the change, you see. I've been hired to locate some kind of ancient book. Supposed to have inside of it the kind of stuff makes a Joe's guts turn salt and sallow. Real type mystical mumbo jumbo, which I guess explains the weirdo cults popping up all over Darkham. You know something's left to center when the folks hiring you want to keep themselves all secret-like. Cash is cash, though, and I could really use the milk. That something doesn't change. Put some weight on my man in rare and forbiddens. The kind of pressure makes a Joe's stomach jackflip, and he points me at this dark and ancient library. Dark and ancient? Huh. What's not dark and ancient in Darkham? Damn. Most times, the new is just as bad as the old. Sometimes worse.
He's got a vape pen shaped hole in his teeth. Why is it so windy in this town? The guy's cape was flowing and his coat was flowing, but his hat was motionless, so it's like only a chin and below kind of weight.
Well, here it is. Miskatonic Library. Not the, friendliest place in town. And this town and friendly ain't even in the same zip code.
Look at that art. Isn't that nice? Darkham and more Darkham. It's pretty funny.
Darkham. Horrible hellhole. Never thought I'd stick around when I came here 23 years ago. She was local, young and unstable, and I was probably too much to handle. Then she left me with an empty bottle of 81 proof and a broken heart. My gut instinct was telling me I could look at everything a second time, glean extra information that might be useful. Or not.
Look at everything a second time.
The brooding, festering horror of the ancient town. Weird, that just popped into my head from nowhere. A sea of rotting roof tiles, decaying masonry, and who knows what dormant evils. Darkham, horrible hellhole. Never thought I'd stick around, and then she...
The icon gets all squinty when it's out of things. You've milked the eye of all of its eye juice, and now all you have is looping.
No, I gotta investigate the library first.
More Darkham. You thought the eye juice was milked, but there's 2 eyes on every person. Haha.
Not nearly as badly lit as the name would suggest, but more than compensating on the creepy scale. Not your prettiest tourist-friendly town. No.
They've got gargoyles.
Looks like some kind of gargoyle, swallowed almost whole by those dead vines.
That's definitely Cthulhu. that's clearly Cthulhu.
I'd love to blame it on modern art, but this is really ancient stuff. It's just creepy as hell.
What's wrong with modern art?
Maybe I could use somebody, but this gargoyle ain't it.
That looks like the guy on the cover, unlike me.
Rows and rows of moldy old books. For some reason, they seem particularly unattractive.
They do have a weird propensity to be covered in eyes and mouths.
The more I look at them, the less interesting they get.
Damning.
The joy of reading. Those look like the exception. I don't want to trigger any hidden doors or anything. I'm just here to pick up hints. It's the popular book section. Apparently, all Daniel Maroon novels. You know, Vatican mysteries and all that.
Is that your universe equivalent of like Crichton or whatever? Or who's the not Crichton? I forget. There's like one author that is like, it's like if you go to like the book section of like a Walmart or like O'Reilly's or something, there's just this one area that's just 50% romance novels and 50% like James Patterson and Stephen King and no one else. Like they're the only authors that ever lived.
Daniel Maroon's Anathemic Adventures. Daniel Maroon's Blood-Boiling Baptism. Daniel Maroon's Clerical Conundrums.
Oh, Daniel Maroon is a riff on Dan Brown.
Daniel Maroon's Deacon's Debauchery. Sounds spicy.
Because he's famous for Da Vinci Code and Angels and Demons, both of which are tied to religious monuments in history.
Daniel Maroon's Eucharistical Enigmas. Daniel Maroon's Fathers in Fedoras. My personal favorite. Daniel Maroon's Gibbous Gospel.
Well, now I don't have to worry about how to pronounce the name of this game.
Daniel Maroon's Hymn Hunting. I hear it's a snoozer. Daniel Maroon's Improbable Iconostasis. Daniel Maroon's Jumpin' Jerusalems. It was his first foray into comedy. Still sold a heap, though. Daniel Maroon's Cryptic Cloisters. He was reaching.
Yeah, he didn't even spell it right, just to make the alliteration work that he's so fixated on.
Daniel Maroon's Lengthy Litany. 4,200 pages. Ouch.
How do you even put a spine on that?
Daniel Maroon's menacing monastery mystery. Daniel Maroon's nuns and nooses. Oh boy. Daniel Maroon's Presbyterian perils. Daniel Maroon's queer cliphotic quests. Sounds particularly exciting.
I'm really just wondering how long, like at this point I'm invested, I have to see how far it goes.
Daniel Maroon's reliquary rapture. Daniel Maroon's The Sacramento Sacrament.
I just picked up on the fact that they're alphabetical.
Daniel Maroon's Theological Tenebra.
It just occurred to me that they're going in alphabetical order through the entire alphabet.
Daniel Maroon's Unholy Unctions. Daniel Maroon's Vinci's Vengeful Vigils. That makes no sense. Daniel Maroon's Warring Worshippers. No entry for X or Y. Can't blame him.
Maybe he's just not done yet. Is he alive?
And finally, Daniel Maroon's The Zesty Zealot.
How dare you what about like Daniel Maroon's The Yeeting Yeast? I don't know. How dare you skip 2 letters after committing for that long?
If my detective cylinders aren't misfiring, that's gotta be the librarian. Who would grab and stick to this kind of job in this kind of place? They must have fishhooked them. Free internet'll do that to a Joe.
Fish hooked him with free internet. The last time I saw a librarian in a Lovecraft game, their mouth was sewn shut, so he seems to be doing fine.
This librarian looks a few centuries short of the age requirement. Evening.
Good evening, sir.
So, how's things in the library business?
Can't complain. It's a living.
Those electronic books hitting you folks hard these days?
Nah, not really. People don't tend to read much at all anymore, so it's all the same to us.
Interesting library you got here. Is it old?
Yeah, pretty old.
It's old, huh? How old?
Like really, really old. You might even say it's ancient.
Ancient, huh? How ancient?
It was established by one Jeremiah Orne in, 18... A really, really long time ago.
Huh. Thanks for the info.
Sure.
I kind of thought he was going to go for the joke of like, 18... Yeah, 18. Like the year 18.
The name's Ketype. Don R. Ketype.
Ha.
Here to see about a book.
Well, you've come to the right place.
Yeah. It's called the Necronomicon. Do you have it?
Oh, that book. Yeah. Let me check. Yeah, they're all lent. All versions of it.
There's more than one?
Why, sure. You've got your, Oh, wait. You're talking about the real Necronomicon, aren't you? Yeah, no, sorry. That doesn't actually exist.
Doesn't exist, huh? My employer seems to think otherwise.
An ancient grimoire full of arcane writings that could summon powerful demonic entities and potentially fold reality onto itself? We don't really carry that kind of stuff here. Chances are, it's nothing but a myth, Mr. Ketype.
You, wouldn't happen to be intentionally trying to conceal it from me, would you?
I'm just a librarian, sir. As far as I know, the real Necronomicon is a myth. Sorry to disappoint you. You haven't been the first to come and ask about it, and you probably won't be the last. Definitely our most popular and existent book.
Who else has been interested in it?
Everyone, from excitable teenagers to these freaky cultist types that seem to crop up everywhere in the last few months. And just when you thought Darkham couldn't get any weirder, these clowns come along and prove you so wrong.
What can you tell me about these cultists?
They come in all shapes and sizes. Can't really tell them apart. I mean, it's not like they waltz in here dressed up in ceremonial robes or anything, but you can tell from the way they speak they're not all there.
They come in all shapes and sizes, but you can't really tell them apart. That just seems like a strange claim to make.
No such thing as the Necronomicon, you say? Mind if I, snoop around your collections a little while?
I don't mind personally. You'd have to talk to Mr. Orn about the rare books department though. At the moment, he's really busy with some new arrivals upstairs, so you'd have to wait a while. But sir, waste of time really. That book is just a legend. An ugly, ugly legend.
Aren't you a bit young to be a librarian?
Look, I can tell you come from a different era, but between you and me, that's straight up ageist.
Oh, really? And that, different era business ain't?
Touché, Mr. Ketype. I'm a student, it's a job, it's quiet, it pays the bills.
Aren't you a bit too old to be a student?
I like the cut of your jib. That's something your type would say, right?
My type? Now look here, son.
There it is again.
I didn't catch your name, Mr.
Kerwan. Buzz Kerwan.
That's an interesting surname and an accent that I can't quite place.
Yeah, I'm half Romanian. My mom was born in Transylvania. I kept her family name because it sounds cool, you know?
Never get teased because of that?
No. For Buzz, on the other hand, plenty.
All right, Mr. Kerwan. I guess I'll have to wait.
Kept the name Kerwan because it sounded cool. I thought you said they don't show up in ceremonial robes. Bloop. No. You mean this arrow? Oh. They're just showing an example of an arrow. What's this? What? Click. Ah. Sources hint at the Necronomicon hiding in plain sight inside the Miskatonic library. How plain that sight is remains to be seen. Gotta look into it ASAP.
There's a thing on the doorstep there. Looks like a package. It ain't for my nose, but I could pass it on to the librarian.
Why not? What could be in it? Is it a trap? To lure out the Necronomicon? Or could it be that cat that they keep teasing me with everywhere but that hasn't shown up yet?
They really went out of their way to make this place as creepy as possible.
They're just having fun with it.
I'll bet the common Joe doesn't even know what a bas relief is.
Don't make fun of me.
I'd wonder exactly what that bass needs relief from. The oppressive, stagnant atmosphere of Darkham. A drudging, boring life stuck in a library interior. An uncertain future in the face of an uncaring populace. The ridiculousness of this fish pun? I don't know. No one can be Sturgeon. Who gives a carp?
Didn't you call yourself a common Joe?
No, sir. We're from different worlds, me and that thing there.
Provably incorrect.
That's where folks get strange, ancient diseases by flipping the wrong pages with their bare fingers. Wear protection. Goes for libraries, too.
What the fuck?
Nobody there. Looks like it's just me and this librarian fella.
I'm pretty sure I could hear the voice actor laughing when he was trying to say the line. When he said wear protection.
Nah, I do different kinds of studying. It's like that strange, tentacled beast is watching me. That thing is very unnerving. I feel like poking it in its plaster eyes.
That might piss him off.
Can't reach it from down here, and I'm not sure I want to.
That's just the security system. He really is watching you.
It's, Buzz, the librarian. Nice kid, I guess.
Can you hear me saying all this out loud?
I found this thing on the doorstep. Were you expecting a package?
No, not really. Let's see it. There's a note here. Oh, it's for you.
For me? What does it say?
Too long have you meddled in our business, Ketype. Here's your chance at a bright future for a change. Muhahahaha. Is it me or is this thing ticking? Mr. Ketype! He's gone.
Ah. We are, so that, the librarian is the real protagonist, aren't they?
No, Mr. Orange, sir. Someone set up a bomb in here. I was about to call the police.
Nonsense! You call this a bomb? You should have seen Dresden, son! Now that was some firepower right there! Clean up a little, will ya?
Okay, sir.
A lot of the mouth and eyes are on fire now. Wow, this whole place looks like it's gonna collapse. Oh, the medallion.
Well, at least that thing took some damage. I think it's a little loose now. There's a weird glow emanating from behind it. What the?
Did you say at least? Is that good news that it took damage?
It's sure to fall off and kill someone whenever the next earthquake hits. That monstrous cracked medallion is literally an accident waiting to happen. I'd knock it off for sure, but I can't reach that high.
Guess I want it. He just got his ass kidnapped. Well, his name was Kitteh, so I didn't really think he was going to be sticking around for the rest of the game.
It's Mr. Ketype's shoe. Well, I feel like I should call him Don now that we've been through this together. It's Don's shoe. It's Don's shoe. It's all he's left behind.
Don was such a genius, he didn't even notice that a package was ticking. Just brought it on in. Oh, do I throw the shoe?
I just realized how long I've actually wanted to do this. Don sends his regards, ugly.
It's the Necronomicon, definitely. It's got a little creepy eye.
Is this what Don was after? This looks nothing like the other editions. Creep factor just went up 200%. Who'd hide it up there and why? You're coming with me, weird book.
I'm sure it's friendly.
I never thought I'd actually say this, but the Necronomicon feels weird in my pants. Oh boy, what an evening. Think, Buzz, think. Don's been kidnapped. The police are a bunch of corrupt and incompetent tools. What do I do? Well, Orn can close up for the night. Things are way too messed up to stick around. The best thing to do is retreat to the bus cave, clear my head, and see what this strange book is all about.
Dude, spend like 30 seconds putting the fires out. The library's on fire. Hello. Oh, there's the cat.
Okay, safely home. What the hell was all that about? Is this really happening? Am I really talking out loud to myself? What is this book? God, I need to stop talking to myself. I sound crazy. Kitteh, should I open this thing and see what's written in it? What do you say? You're a lot of help. Okay, might as well take a peek. Ya, kashaptuzi dinger kampa, per Adonai Methatron.
Did you just do that without even checking what it does?
What the? This is genuinely becoming really scary now, and I'm all alone. What do I do, Kitteh? God, I wish you could talk back for once.
Oh, I see where that's going. Kitty?
Okay, I know I've been saying everything felt weird before, but that was really, really weird. Something feels very different now.
As much as I hate agreeing with you, something does feel very different now.
I know, right? Maybe reading that out loud wasn't such a good idea, huh?
It sure seems so.
Right? I mean... Whoa, wait. Are you actually talking back to me?
Took you a while, huh? I feel like we were in a much more productive place a few moments ago. You know, analyzing the situation. Maybe working toward a solution?
You talk.
I stand corrected. You seem to have a firm grip on the situation.
But how?
You just read an incantation and then wished out loud that I could talk back. So...
This is wrong. This can't be happening. This is wrong. Wait, I know. I'll just find the spell or whatever it is and reread it and reverse this. That should work, right?
You're not really expecting any kind of relevant answer from me, are you?
Right? I mean... Oh, what the... It's gone. I can't find it anywhere. This was definitely the page I read it from, but there's different text on it now. What the... Should I read it out loud? Wait, sorry. I wasn't considering your point of view here. Do you want to be a...
Talking cat? Please don't take this the wrong way, but that's a resounding and definitive no. I just don't want your kind of problems, man. My deal is sleeping, eating, and generally being decorative.
I can get behind that. Okay, here goes.
Oh no. Just gonna try random things. That is like 100% not the voice I was expecting from the cat. I think I just expected something more condescending. Like my Edgeworth voice, basically. Like that'd be a resounding and definitive no. My things are eating and sleeping and generally being decorative. I don't need your problems. I was not expecting just a really... It's like a very standard voice without much affect. That's coming from a cat, and cats have like a personality built into like their whole thing. Also, like that's its face. Like that's like her face in the photo and there and so on. Like it's just not. It's not right to me. The voice is confusing. It's just they made a choice, and I'm not sure what's up with that one. Yeah, none of these are what I said last time.
Balagu beldirigu baga ka kampa. I wish Kitteh would go back to normal. Did it work?
Darn it, can't even meow right anymore. I think it's safe to say it hasn't.
Oh boy, this is a problem. By the way, Kitteh, nice to meet you.
We've known each other for years, dude.
Kitteh, is that what I call you?
Haven't you been doing it for years already? Dumbest name possible if you ask me, but I don't care either way. I don't need one.
So, are you gonna stick around?
No, I'm gonna walk the earth like Cain in Kung Fu. You'll stick around and undo this. You really think I want to be like you for the rest of my life?
That's gotta be racist or something.
We're not even the same species. We need to find a way to reverse this, so get to thinking.
Yeah, you're right. I'm on it.
You named your cat Kitteh? Kitteh? Like Kitteh? How dare you?